Hi everyone. Hi people from China. I saw some people from China here. The experts working in China. This is Georg. He's the creative head of the project.
This is Sven.
You might.
This is Sven. Yeah, he's the strategist and brand management behind.
Yeah. We would like to introduce you to the People's Car project, which we think is for Volkswagen, for sure, is the biggest open innovation platform in the world. I think it's the biggest open innovation platform in China, among all car brands in the world also. So I think it's quite big. We should start, right, with the film?
I think we made a film for you to look at the case.
So it's a lot of Chinese voices there, but we translated it.
Just look at it.
So for the guys sitting there, it's a bit hard to follow, but yeah.
我就喜欢虚拟的东西，然后不喜欢太现实的东西。我喜欢在城市里骑电瓶车的感觉，经常看见堵车很严重，所以我想设计一辆汽车来解决这个问题。会飞的车。然后有一次浏览网页的时候，我看到就是说大众汽车那个很可爱的那个小变形车。
One of the key attributes is to be able to dream, and to dream like a child. Because there you dream and you're free, completely free.
说有一个平台，就是说可能让我们把自己的想法给表达出来，然后传到网上。
If you look at any breakthrough, any true technological breakthrough, you can go back in time to a time frame where the acknowledged experts said, that's nonsense. But then it happens.
从来没有想过下一个让成都这样有名的是我们王家。
中国发展得很快，我感受应该说改变还是挺大的，因为我爷爷奶奶是农民，我父母是做小生意的，而我设计了悬浮车。
Volkswagen, das Auto.
Thank you.
The first time ever we would like to tell the story behind, because we started in 2009 thinking about this project. I was working for Volkswagen some years before, starting 2007, and the funny thing about Volkswagen in China is that they have a hate-love relationship to their cars. One of the most successful cars is the Santana. Perhaps you know this car. It was introduced in 1983. It's one of the market leaders there. 50% of all car sales in China was made by the Santana. But actually, Volkswagen doesn't like that figure because they are far more ahead. Even though Santana put China on wheels, they thought we must do something about our innovation image. They want to, well, to increase their reputation there. On the other hand, we see China, which is developing very fast. So it's not only marching in one direction.
Yeah, you will see also in the talk later on, I guess, there's an incredible amount of individualism. People really start opening up and they want to live a life, make their own choices they couldn't just make 10 or 15 years ago. So I think these things together, Volkswagen's challenge and a whole country in a change, we said, you know, there's something in it. There has to be something in it, right?
There must be something.
Yeah, for sure. But Zweigelt is important too, because Zweigelt comes from where I come from. And southern Styria, have you ever been there? It's so good. Yes. Okay, so we have this wonderful wine there, and we had this, and we spent a night together.
It's 3
sounds
p.m.
wrong.
in the morning. So we came
Sorry.
with this idea, right?
Yeah, okay.
Okay. The idea behind is quite simple. If this would work,
Yeah.
I can show.
So it's for the people, by the people, and there you go. The first chart said, how to put, the people back into the people's car, and that is such a wonderful brand. When you look at the great products, we thought, that is a great chance for us, and I think that's what we did. We tried to, convince many people to get this done.
To bring back the people into the brand Volkswagen. The objectives were quite clear, very easy to tell. The reputation in terms of the innovative approach, but the main objective of this project was to gather valuable insights. It was not meant to be to build the wiki car. It was meant to understand the desires and the demands of the people in China. And of course, and this is within the DNA of Volkswagen, I know that there are some people of Volkswagen sitting here, they want to become the #1 in the world, but they want to become also the #1 in digital leadership in China. So what happened, the results?
So we had, of course, many, yeah, that's right, that's me, it's me again. Okay, so of course many people participated, and you can imagine there's many ideas on that platform, and, but we have to also see like 120,000 ideas that we have then finally screened with, together with, okay, so we have this platform, right? And that functionality on this platform will sort out the good stuff from the bad stuff. That is what this is doing. However, when it comes to really engineering, so R&D or design, you have to have experts. And that's what we did together with Tongji University and the great help of Volkswagen Design and R&D in China. They screened 120,000 ideas themselves over a period of 3 to 4 months or something like that, like every single idea. So I think that is just an amazing achievement. And yeah.
I mean, it was not only also ideas. I mean, we had lots of comments, but
sure.
I think this logistic work behind idea screening was a project by itself.
Yeah.
The other results are quite promising. Volkswagen likes it, and perhaps we should mention the thing that this platform was launched last year at the Shanghai Motor Show, and it was meant to stay 18 months. Whenever you see some examples and cases here at the next Berlin, perhaps you see that we gained success within 1 week. But that was not the job to do. It was to create a platform which sustains for 18 months. So to create a hype which lasts within the hype. And that was a different challenge to do. So what we are now telling you are 7 insights which we gathered. And you will not see any figures in there because we're not allowed to. But, well, perhaps they would sue us, right? I don't know. But the figures are quite good. So there are tons of analytics behind, a wonderful KPI set. So everything has been somehow achieved. We are in the project.
We're on the way. I mean, it's
on
still
the
ongoing.
way. Yeah, we're
still ongoing. I think the program will also run until Guangzhou Motor Show, and we'll continuously evolve this thing. Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the insight number 1.
Yeah. All right. So easy access. We said, we have to talk to such a broad amount of people out there. You cannot only just talk to geeks. Obviously, something like that, cars, engineering, design, you would probably, get the geeks in the room to say, hey, I have an idea, that's really cool. We never went for that. We wanted to talk to everyone. And what does it mean? Everyone in this huge, largest internet market in the world, how many? Yeah, so they are like, everybody wants to participate, but sometimes the technology is just like not that good. So the penetration on Internet Explorer 6 still is like just the highest. So it has to work for everyone. The technical barriers are there. So we created all the tech behind it has to work on every browser possible. That was the one thing. The other one thing is when you want to talk to everyone, especially for a creative process, you have to build things where people are like, okay, I can do that. My grandma would like look at it if she would be Chinese, I guess. Anyway, so she would look at it and say, I can do that. I can be in there and I can design something. And look at my great achievement. Isn't that fucking awesome? You have this thing and I had this car, so it's really good. Everybody wants that. So we had a huge, there's of course younger people, lots of young people, but also older people. And we provided that easy access. That's the first.
The second one, because we are working in the participation marketing area, and it sounds like a contradiction if participation needs push and open innovation is not advertising but needs campaigning. What does it mean? We had lots of discussion with Volkswagen and the people, all the experts, how to do that. And even though you see a kind of a 360 degrees picture, it's not true. Actually, we don't like the 360 degrees picture because it's two-dimensional. When we started this project, we understood quite fast that we're not talking to target groups, we're talking more to interest groups. So the 360 degrees is more horizontal, vertical, three-dimensional. Whenever we start campaigning, it's campaigning for interest groups. We will see later on kinds of examples. So it's not that we're ticking boxes, that we had advertising, promotion, TV, whatever. So we did not do this. We had lots of campaigns, message campaigns, customized to specific interest groups.
Mm-hmm. So we like to show something, of course, in the beginning of this campaigning. There was one message we wanted to bring across to everyone. A car can be anything. We said, you always have to think of four wheels and drives and there's an engine in the front, I guess. And we said, okay, just let's not talk about this. Let's be really open and free. And we started with like a really viral campaigning and like put, this. You saw this little cars, the blue-shaped flubber cars, we called them. We put them really, literally everywhere, plastered whole China with it. And people really loved it because it's playful. You also have to understand that people are like really much more playful than here. They want to have something to play with. That's really fun and cool. And so this is what we did. And then we said, okay, let's make films out of that and put them online and see what's happening. Of course, there's always seeding behind it, stuff like that. Let's look at two examples of that work. These are virals. Let's play it. And another one. Okay, just maybe some words on that one. I think here also Volkswagen marketing was very brave because, you know, you don't see any logos there. It comes like across as something, you know, it's, you know, is this happening? Is this true? People are really discussing of what kind of material was this about, and can we use that? What can we do out of that? Is it sci-fi? What do we want to say? Obviously, it's branded. No? You see the logo, and this was really enough for people to identify every time they saw this blue car. It's something from Volkswagen. It's that's kind of cool, and you know, and then just the URL that basically means build car, and that's it. So that really worked.
Very well.
Okay, so number 3, we said opinion leaders boost the buzz. That means, you have to understand, in China, there's like 2 kinds of opinion leaders, I would say. One we call Daren, which are, I would say, celebrity bloggers, people with a large followership on social networks, and they would be, you know, a trusted source of information. Where in a country where you just not necessarily always get like the news that you would consume here, these people are a source of, you know, like entertainment, and there's some news there, pretty cool stuff. So that's the one side. The other one side, obviously, celebrities that are, you know, like singers or actors, stuff like that. And, you know, both of them, we would work with both of them, and that really helped to spread out our messages. Sven earlier said, in terms of, you know, campaigning, it's never, you know, it's always like interest-oriented. So somebody who would be a singer would talk about, you know, music and cars and stuff like that, and we build something for them, and you know, maybe the techie, more the geekier guys would talk about more about like apps and stuff like that. So it always was very natural. People tweet that, and people will follow that, and we got a huge followership by just, you know, using not, how to say, streamlined advertising messages. It was always like kind of tailored towards these people.
Some work good, some not.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
We made our own experiences, of course.
Yeah, for sure.
But you need to do this. This is a trial and error thing.
Well, sometimes, you know, these are just people. So, for instance, here, this man you will see later, Lija, really famous TV host. He's also famous to, you cannot control him, so he will say anyway what he wants to say. So he said things that we didn't want to hear. And then we said, delete this. And he said, okay, delete it. 5 minutes later, he puts it back on. So stuff like that happens. But it doesn't really matter, because at the end, it feels much more credible, and people will enjoy that. And so, yeah.
Let's speed up.
Yeah.
The insight number 4, participation needs fertile ground. And you mentioned already that this is by far the biggest social media world in the world. If you count the population of US, Japan, Germany together, it's even smaller than the size of the netizens in China. So we face a huge ground there. We have 750, I guess it's even more now, 750 registered members in the social networks there, only in China. Worldwide, Facebook has 901 million now. So the social media world is somehow a clone of the Western world. It started like this. So there are Facebook clones, the Twitter clones, and there are a YouTube clone. But they started looking like Facebook, but they changed. And they are sometimes far more advanced than the Western originals. With Kai Jing and Ren Ren, the Facebook clones, they have different business models. So whenever you have a post there, you need to buy it. So social media in China is not for free. Everything you need to buy. So it's a kind of a new kind of advertising there. And what we achieved in this area is that now Volkswagen, I guess, among all car brands, for sure, I'm not sure whether all other brands, but they have the deepest integrated social network, media network in China. And we thought that is very, very important. And even the presence at the verticals, at the forums, at the music forum and others, and we will come to some examples later on. That is one of the success criteria of this platform. You? Me?
No, go ahead.
Okay, because one of the things is that you need to be present at these, which we call the verticals. If you, unfortunately, we thought everybody would be interested in designing cars for Volkswagen in China. Actually, they are not. And this is seriously a problem. If you talk to a client and say, we have a project and we believe that everybody would like to do this, and people are saying, yeah, we're interested, but no. So you need to match their interests to find how do they tick. And one of these curiosity examples which we have is that we had enormous success in the astrology community. So if you ask such people, would you like to design a car, they would say no. If you ask them, would you like to design a car after your star sign, they would say, oh yeah, I have a good idea. And this is the way how to approach the people. If you understand what they are really interested in and match it with your interest, then you're getting something really new. In the film business, we got Batman cars, we got all different kinds of different interest areas which we gathered on our platform. Create relevant content means matching resonances.
All right, okay, so one part of the whole story is, we have to always close cycles. There's people, and they get inspired, you can, come up with ideas, but what are we doing with these ideas? And it was obviously quite clear in the beginning there's a lot of nutty ideas out there, stuff that you cannot ever produce, possibly, or it will take like 100 years, and we will not live in this room to see that. That sounds wrong too. Anyway, so we have this, we had this idea to, let's get these things done, let's make them, let's make films out of it. And so you saw earlier, there's this girl, and we found this idea on the platform. We said, you know what, we're going to shoot a film for her. We don't tell her anything about it. We include her family and all her friends, and go into her hometown and shoot this film for her car. And let's see what's happening. Let's watch the film.
你好，大众自招用户怪盗 Duck 520，没错，说的就是你，王佳。我是乐嘉，我在成都，现在就在你的家乡。你是不是记得在几个月以前，你曾经向大众汽车公司的大众自造网站提交过一份特别的创意？你的梦想实现了，这辆无轮车就在我的身边，看到了吗？它真的是没有轮子。那么到底这个车能不能开呢？现在我必须先向大家介绍2位特别的嘉宾，他们就是王佳的爸爸和王佳的妈妈。
那这车咋不得轮子呢？
还真没见过这样的车，
想不想体验一下？
可以可以。
我们来看一下。
他一直从小就是一个很有想法的孩子，总是有奇怪的点子冒出来。
王佳从小就与众不同，我们也一直很相信他的才华。
现在，启动。真的起来了，上面感觉怎么样？
太神奇了！
实在是太不可思议了，这个车居然可以悬浮起来。我相信大家和我一样，一定很想知道当中的秘密。但是现在，我们先来聊聊关于成都的这个城市。当你想起成都的时候，你的第一印象首先想到的是什么？大熊猫、变脸、功夫茶表演。 其实除此之外，成都的地质非常的特别，在这块广袤无边的盆地上面蕴藏着无数的矿产资源。磁悬球形车，简称悬浮车，它的设计运用了非常超前的尖端科技，巧妙地将地下的矿产资源转化为它的能量，从而驱动汽车行驶。
慢点，慢点，慢点，前面危险，慢点。
从来没见过这样的汽车，就好像是在电影里看到的呀。
悬浮车有一个功能是自动驾驶，声控系统能识别人声并开启自动导航。
导航回家。哇！
悬浮车还有一项特别的功能，就是它的安全感应器。它能根据自身行驶速度和周围车辆的距离，计算出最安全的行驶距离。可能发生危险时，汽车就会自动刹车。
咋个的嘛你？
我真的为我们孩子感到自豪，他确实有些与众不同。
So what's really super cool is when you work with the real like designers and people from Volkswagen that actually do these kind of things. They dream it up, and it's not like you talk to marketing. You know, you just really can create things like that. I think that's really beautiful. Anyway, so we did this, and then you know to again now close the circle is we know we have to acknowledge the people here too. So as an example, we do more stuff like that. But as an example, you know, this girl, she made an idea. She came up with this floating car, but with the safety sensor and all this stuff. You know, let's let the people of China know that you know we gratified it, and so we made another film to show that. That's user acknowledgement, and
yeah,
whatever.
I mean, another point of the user acknowledgement, of course, the reward system. The point system, which is standard. Yeah, so we didn't touch this area, but there's a, let's say, very sophisticated collection.
I think that's pretty normal now. I think you see all open innovation platforms, they put rewards up there with points and badges systems, stuff like that. I think you have to do stuff like that. But I think what really drives is when the people see that you take them seriously, and with stuff like that, it really works. So let's check this out.
We have another film, right?
Yeah, that's the last one, I guess.
你好，大众自招用户怪盗 Duck 520，没错，说的就是你，王家。我必须先向大家介绍2位特别的嘉宾，他们就是王家的爸爸和王家的妈妈。
啊，这车咋不得轮子呢？
还真没见过这样的车。
现在启动，真的起来了！
我真的为我们孩子感到自豪，他确实有些与众不同。
王将，没错，说的就是你。亲爱的，在绝美的舞蹈声中，我们请出了你。更重要的是，在今天，我们还请来了你的爸爸妈妈。在现在，你有什么话要对大家和你的老爹老娘说？
谢谢大家为我做了这样的安排，我非常感谢，非常惊讶，心里也很紧张的。
是吗？好，我们都知道你是学设计的，你有想过以后会做什么样的工作吗？
如果有机会，我希望去设计汽车呗。
为了对你的创意给予崇高的敬意，大众公司特别给你了一份礼物。这个礼物将会由 Sven 先生赠上。
Here, I would like to present you your blueprint of your fantastic cover car design.
好了，亲爱的朋友们，最后我来建议，让我们全场用最热烈的掌声来献给王家以及怪盗大苦520绝佳的创意。
Should I tell it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the answer to Darth Vader. Volkswagen really challenged us because they said we had a wonderful movie in the States, you know, the Volkswagen movie with the small kid, that he's the Darth Vader kid. highly successful, lots of clicks on YouTube. And they said, well, tell us, can you do this as well? So we said, yeah, somehow, we will do it differently. And our answer to Darth Vader was Dark 520. So whenever you see this film, please click. Yeah. Show Volkswagen that this is good. And we saw even these pictures in Fox News, right, in the States.
I think it's very interesting to do something that obviously it runs in China without subtitles, and you know, it spreads. That's good. It spreads. But we are not there yet. we will not. We are not there.
No, we are not there. Yeah. So these are the other ideas which has been presented at the Beijing Motor Show
this
year.
was just last week. As we said, we try to do stuff out of the ideas of people, and with the great support of Volkswagen. Then, so for instance, this car is designed by Volkswagen Design. There's other ideas from people that we try to make possible. Like, you know, here's a key that has a 3G chips inside with a safety sensor. There's something like a musical car. But there's also like acknowledgement on other levels. We invite people to like podiums and let them talk and express their ideas. Yeah.
The valuable thing about this is the key, by the way, was a simple question. A key can do anything, right? But can it tell me that I didn't close the doors? So that was the start of this idea. And this is just saying, when I'm in a specific mood, I would like to express it to the world outside. So they came then with this kind of a mood-shaped car. And there are tons of other good ideas. And even though the platform is open, because it's an open innovation platform, other car manufacturers are, let's say, can look on it. Still, the work behind to find out what's a good idea needs a specific, let's say, sensor to identify, right? You cannot do this alone. This is a big project, so we are not the two ones who did this alone. Of course, we had lots of good support, and from Volkswagen in China, from Volkswagen in Wolfsburg, we had big supporters there. And we had one of our first ambassadors was Simon Losby within the Volkswagen Design Center in Shanghai. He did it very well to sell this project to Volkswagen as well.
I also like to say great thanks to Proximity China, who is the agency who I'm doing this with. They helped me to set up an agency structure so I can do this stuff, and they're just great people, and they're in Beijing. So.
And all thanks to all the other companies and, of course, the people in China. But not everybody was happy, right?
No, we showed it to people, and some are not very happy with it, and that's probably the last thing. We only to say not everything is just like roses. So.
People's car は大嫌いですよ。何よこれ People's car。中国も韓国も日本もヨーロッパもアメリカもどこでも許さない。絶対やめた方がいいよ。うるさいなコード。頭が怖いでしょ。頭が壊っちゃったでしょ。バカバカしい。
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.